Pacers got here on some real fluky type stuff. Like this feels team.
Oh no,
team
we are not doing that. We are not calling it fluky type stuff. I am all down to go solidification of the Thunder's dominance, but I will not call the Indiana Pacers fluky. Not one bit. Not one bit.
So you didn't see the ball hit the back of the rim, bounce up, high five Jesus himself in the heavens, and then come back down into the basket.
Jesus isn't a fluke?
Come on, man. Come on. Like
Jesus' touch on the ball isn't a fluke.
There are moments
they still
in this
went and won that game in overtime.
There are moments
in this
postseason where competent basketball, if it was being played at all against the Indiana Pacers, would lend itself to the Pacers losing games. They won games off sheer incompetence of their opponents.
I think you're giving way too much into one game that was lost off sheer incompetence because we sat here the next morning. And I think that game one will be forever remembered as just forever remembered, period. Like when we think of postseason games, you'll be like, God bless. Remember when the New York Knicks somehow gave up 14 points in 3 minutes, 9 points in a minute. Tyrese Halliburton thought that he had the game winner, but actually it was just the game tire. And then he hit the choke job in front of Reggie. And then ultimately the Pacers still win in overtime. Like, we'll remember that. But the Pacers are a really good team.
Game one of the Cleveland Cavaliers, they didn't leave everybody open and allow the Pacers to shoot ungodly from three. Game two against the Cleveland Cavaliers, if they just go and get the rebound, another one of those games where they're up 8, 9 points under a minute. You're not supposed to lose those games if you're competent. If the dude from the Bucks just catches the ball when it's thrown to him in the first round. Now, I'm not saying that they don't get out of that first round series against the Bucks, but I am saying if he catches the ball in the first round, instead of letting it go between his legs and roll out of bounds, giving the Pacers the ball in possession with a last-second shot to win the game, if all of those things aren't happening, and they don't happen when you are competent, and the Thunder are, if nothing else, competent, right? We could be talking about this Pacers team in a different way. The Thunder aren't going to beat themselves. The Pacers will have to go out there and beat the Thunder, and I don't think that they're capable of doing so. The Knicks beat themselves. So did the Cavaliers. They beat themselves.
Everybody beats themselves a little bit in the postseason.
No, everybody doesn't beat themselves. I'm sorry. Name the game the Thunder beat themselves in. Right, because they haven't. They game one versus Denver. Maybe. Okay.
Why are you such a Pacers hater? I feel like the rest of the country, the Pacers are America's team to some degree, which I don't necessarily agree with. I like greatness. I appreciate this Thunder team.
We like the underdog.
And the Pacers are clearly a heavy underdog. But I don't understand how you can watch the Pacers and come to the conclusion that there was a flukiness to this run. Like from their relentless, fast-paced offense, they have two genuine... If there is one thing where I find like the greatest potential deficiency in this Pacers team, and I'll go back to that game one against the New York Knicks, and actual words that left my mouth when the Knicks were up was, the problem with the Pacers is they don't have that dude. Like they don't have that guy who takes over the game. And then Nesmith goes and makes a ridiculous amount of threes, and Tyrese Halliburton has his moment, and Obi Toppin comes up with moments in overtime, and Pascal Siakam. Like they do have two... It's hard for me to say stars, but at this point in time, I have to say stars in Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam, and then they have all the parts around them. But then on the flip side of that, the Thunder do have that dude. Like, they have an MVP. They have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is in this position now to reach the most rarefied of air and our chat question of the day is who will hoist the Bill Russell Trophy, because it's hoisting season. We've had staving season. We've had, what's the other seasons? Why can't I think of our other cliches? We've had, it's not a series until the home team loses season. We've had...
Elimination game season.
But that's staving season.
Okay.
Or punching a ticket season.
It's staving on one side. It's elimination game on the other side.
Now it's true hoisting season.
I love to hoist.
It's a hoist. I know we've had casual trophy lifts, but a true hoist when you win the Larry O'Brien and the Bill Russell for Finals MVP, and the options being SGA, Siakam, Halliburton, or Jalen Williams in our chat, and 60% of the vote going to SGA. Like, that is the assumed outcome here, where you're looking at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who could go from winning the scoring title to winning regular season MVP to winning Finals MVP. And if he does that, he will be just the fourth player in history to accomplish all of those accolades in a single season. Do you know who they are?
Give it to me again.
Scoring. MVP and
MVP,
Finals MVP.
MJ, Kobe, Hell, MJ, Kobe.
It's not Kobe.
It's not Kobe. So MJ absolutely did it. Bill Russell, LeBron James, Steph Curry.
It is MJ, Shaq,
Oh, Shaq.
and Kareem.
I should have said Shaq.
And it should have been Steph, but they gave the Finals MVP to Andre Iguodala.
Because he held LeBron James to 30-something points in the series. Okay. All right.
But anyway,
Listen, I think that people want to talk up this Pacers team. And that's fine. The Thunder are significantly better.
yes.
And
I get
there's-
stuck in the between of I want to talk up this Pacers team, but like let it be clear, I think the Thunder win in 5.
Thunder are significantly better. So
Yes.
whatever you want to say about the Pacers and how good they are, fine, you got it. They aren't playing the Bucks. They aren't playing the Cavs. They aren't playing the Knicks. They're playing this Oklahoma City Thunder team who's been running through everybody, including the teams in the Western Conference. And everybody's told me for years how much better the Western Conference is than the Eastern Conference. And the Thunder are demolishing those teams. So for all the reasons you said, I'm not sure what they do when they can't run up and down the court, and you're not going to be able to run like that against this Thunder team. They get back defensively. Chet is one of the better running bigs in the NBA. He's going to be back there on those breaks. So instead of it being layup after layup after layup for Pascal Siakam on breaks, there'll be somebody back there to contest. And the Thunder like to run also. So we'll see. We'll see.
The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m.